On a bit, but obviously they were on a run also.
Yeah, listen, September's typically the worst month for the cryptocurrency businesses. Some of it has to do with tax selling. Some of it has to do with a big run-up that's taken place in the last couple of months, Andrew. But I think long-term, Skybridge still maintaining his $150,000 price target for Bitcoin by year end. I think it's just a function of the way things get bought in the industry. So you'll see November into December, I think, being good buying periods, and still a tremendous amount of demand for the assets.
What can you explain what's happening right now?
What is going on with crypto and the catalyst that could change things starting as early as today? Welcome back to the channel. I am JR, your favorite crypto dad, doing the work for you to bring you breaking crypto news, price analysis. And if you're a crypto dad like myself or a crypto mom, let's just face it, it's because time is one of those things that you just don't have a lot of. But before we jump into the video, you guys know what to do. Give me a 777, comment down below. If you're feeling bullish, you're feeling blessed, you're ready to live your best life, smash that like, hit subscribe to affirm it, and let's run into it.
Can you explain what's happening right now? Is there something that's actually happening?
No, I mean, you mean because we've got a 3 or 4% drop in the, yeah. No, I mean, listen, it's just typical volatility. I think we've had a big run up. There's been a lot of positive announcements. And I think we're just churning a little bit. But again, there's been seasonality. If you look at the 15 years since the inception of Bitcoin, there's been September lows typically. So this is very consistent with that.
Well, there you have it, business as usual. Also a nice price prediction thrown in there, but it doesn't take away from the fact that these liquidations do sting a little bit, waking up to a portfolio dropping 10 or 12% after a lot of run up. It's not fun. Wintermute reporting those liquidations yesterday were to the tune of about $1.7 billion, one of the largest we have seen all year. Some even questioning if this market correction is intentionally planned to drop Bitcoin down to $80,000. Well, if you saw my video yesterday, you know that we were talking about the CME gaps, about 92 to 94,000. That would be probably the lowest that we would be going. Don't necessarily see us going back that far. We will jump into the charts in a moment here, but let's get through the rest of this first. This is typical cycle patterns repeating itself. And as you saw in 2018, 2021 in September, there's always pullbacks. This September is shaping up, even where it stands currently right now, to be still the biggest gain for Bitcoin in the month of September. However, following the upward trend, it does look like we've got a fun bull run season ahead for Bitcoin as well as altcoin season. If you can't stand the heat in the kitchen and you're looking for something with a little less turbulence, I'm going to encourage you to jump at the link down below for Altcoin Pro University. You'll see that there are DeFi yield picks there, as well as airdrop picks and altcoin picks and all sorts of things like that. More than that, though, is the education that you'll get out of this. But DeFi yield picks, something just to touch on very quickly, is a lot of times you're going to see staking pools and things that are going to present an APY. Some of the most recent ones to highlight would be HyperSoul, Loop 30% APY, and AlphaFi at 17% APR. For more information on that, I'm going to encourage you to jump into the link below so that you can get access to the market updates and crypto news at the drop of a hat from our industry-leading experts. Let's move into the catalyst that could be pushing the crypto market into the next leg up here, and that is a lot of speculation around this, but there is in fact an executive order that was signed by President Trump, and that is to open up 401k retirements into the crypto market. Trump giving the directive and encouraging the SEC to provide swift assistance to the Secretary of Labor to make the necessary changes to make this happen. Watcher Guru pointing out that this could be a potentially $12.5 trillion inflow. Cointelegraph pointing out the same news. Every influencer on X has been pointing out this news for the last 12 to 16 hours. To give a little bit more perspective to the inflows, something I covered in a recent video, we saw Bill Miller talking about how even 2% of the $60 trillion retirement fund market could move the price of Bitcoin to $175,000. And if you're wondering how you even get your 401k into crypto, check this out.
Do you love crypto, but are you worried about taxes shrinking your retirement nest egg? Here's the deal. Trading and selling crypto can trigger capital gains taxes, eating into your wealth. A crypto IRA, fixes that. Per IRS publication 590B, traditional IRA gains like those from crypto aren't taxed until distributed. That's why we've partnered with iTrust Capital, a leading crypto IRA company in the USA, to sponsor today's video. And they offer institutional grade custody for retail clients that want to set up their crypto IRAs for retirement, leveraging top storage solutions like Fidelity, Wells Fargo, and Coinbase Prime to keep your assets secure. To get started, simply click the link in the description of this video, sign up for free, and fund your account with cash. They also offer 401k rollovers or crypto transfers, and you can trade 24/7 with just 1% transaction fees and no maintenance costs. As always, I'm not a CPA or financial advisor, so consult one for tax advice, and we do earn a commission if you sign up using our link below to fund your crypto IRA account, but that helps support value-based videos like this. And iTrust Capital already has over 200,000 crypto IRA accounts and over $14 billion in transactions, proving they're trusted by smart investors just like you. So click the link below, get started now by funding your account today, and let's create generational wealth together.
The question is this going to happen right away? Is this the massive announcement that Trump is expected to make today? Again, this video is going up at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so if you've seen this later in the day, the announcement might have already been made, but this is a lot of unconfirmed reports. However, most of these have started from journalists, and they've been passed on through influencer after influencer and crypto Twitter news as well. Rumors are rumors, and we don't buy the news and sell the rumors, but we do know that they can exacerbate a current market trend. With XRP, with all the ETFs coming up for approval at the same week, right after DC's FinTech week, the inflow discussions, what does that do for the price of XRP? And I'm not here to blow smoke and give you guys, the $1,000 price predictions or anything like that. Let's just look at the technicals in a moment. But first, let's jump into coin market cap and get a quick refresh at the time of this recording. And again, none of this is financial advice, guys. This is simply informational, educational, some entertainment purposes only. So don't buy anything I'm talking about or you see in these videos. Do your own research, do your own due diligence. But looking at the overall market cap for cryptocurrencies, $3.87 trillion at the time of this video, where you have a fear and greed index that has ticked down at the low end of neutral to a 40. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I like to see things pull back before they move to the upside. Altcoin season index is another one that I keep an eye on at a 66. Once we get into this deeper blue territory, we'll get above 70. That indicates that we're definitely more into the altcoin season positive sentiment. And again, seeing that the total market cap for altcoins is going to be at $1.64 trillion, pulling back just a little bit, but it does look like it's turning to the upside from the low that we experienced from all of those liquidations. Moving into the technical analysis, and the first thing up is obviously going to be Bitcoin. We got to talk about what's going on and where it's going from here. So you'll see on my technicals, again, these are my technicals, not yours, so do with them what you will. Hopefully they give you a little bit of a different perspective. I've got my line in the sand. For anybody watching this video, I'm talking about a line specifically at about 112,500, give or take. That's the line that I was looking for us to bounce off of, which it looks like we have for the most part. Wicked below it, bounced off of it, and maybe possibly start moving a little bit more to the upside. Now looking a little bit further down here, we move over to the RSI and we see that we are actually starting to round out the bottom just a little bit on that. I feel good about that. I feel good about seeing us holding support at 112, wicking just below that. Should we lose support, I guess it's worth talking about. Where do we go? We've got layers of support below that 112 is the next zone down. I think that would really be in question would be the big drop to 104, 105, 106, somewhere in that range. If we lose there, where do we go from there? Again, we've got support down in that 98 to 98,000 to $100,000 mark. That's the green bar for those of you keeping an eye on this video here right now. And then we have the zone that is the CME gap, which is below that, which is that $92,000 to $94,000 level of support. Also a CME gap. CME gaps are filled. They're not always filled. They are not always filled. When they are filled, it is typically before a big move to the upside. Big moves follow CME gap fillings. So if we do go all the way down there, we can expect some big, massive moves after that. Moving into Ethereum, holding strong in a support zone right now. Again, we can break below this. This is not a guarantee at this point, but we are holding in a support zone right on top of my the green box that you can see here on my screen, just almost 4,200, almost 4,200, 4,190, and holding fairly strong right around that range there. So I'm not terribly worried about it. It does look like we've touched off of this zone twice now, forming this rounded pattern here. Looked like a small cup and handle that ended up breaking down, but we've held support. So again, jumping out in the RSI, stochastic, it's turning back to the upside, so I'm not terribly concerned. The market still has a bed of hot embers right now. You look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, meme coins, you get into Doge, Sandbox for gaming sector. The market absolutely still has a bed of hot embers. I think in the next coming days, not even necessarily weeks, before we finish out the month of September or right up to the end of the month of September here, we're going to be looking for somebody to throw some more kindling and ultimately some more logs on this fire and get this thing roaring. Let's move into the XRP chart really quick here. XLM and XRP mirroring themselves. So we'll just talk about XRP at this point. We have maintained an area of support in XRP better than Bitcoin did and Ethereum did today, but we've maintained an area of support in XRP outside above bull pennant, previously presenting with this downward trending line of resistance. Once it was broken out, we look to confirm that it is support, and that does in fact be the case. So we are at support. Where do we go from here? Well, we're going to wait for the rest of the market to start moving, and ultimately the next stop of resistance would be in that $3.55 to $3.72. There's a possibility we could break down to the downside. There's always that possibility in play. I have a line here on my chart that looks to be kind of a fail-safe for me for support, and that is at about $2.60. Should we start getting into that territory, I'm going to start looking for buying opportunities myself. Right now, it's, again, not talking about entry or exit price, so to speak, just talking kind of about targets and zones. Just looking at the bull flag alone, we should be marching somewhere up into that close to $4 range. 2618 on the fib extension puts us at a $4.66 price point. I really encourage you to take the steps and start learning technical analysis on a greater level outside of all the other market indicators that are out there with social media sentiment and news from a fundamental aspect. But when it comes down to it, properly educated technical analysis is going to take you to the next level. If you're still looking for a little bit more education, I'm going to encourage you to jump into the link down below to start your free trial for Altcoin Pro University. This is where you're going to get, bar none, some of the best education that's in the industry. And obviously, it's a 14-day free trial, so it's going to allow you to blaze through a lot of these classes on your own and really get your feet wet and get a good feel for it. But this is Altcoin Pro University, where you're going to have a community built into it. Obviously, you've seen some of the news that I've shared with you earlier in this video, but you're also going to see market updates. You're going to see altcoin picks, DeFi yield picks, airdrop picks, etc. And then obviously the classroom, as I just showed you. So if you got questions about technical analysis, crypto, tax, mastery, a lot of people have made a lot of money in crypto and don't know what to do with it, how to deal with the tax implications of that. And that is all at that link below. It's Altcoin Pro University, free trial, but it's $97 a month to throw an expert in your pocket to be able to bring you guys this content. But that is what I've got for you guys in this video. As always, if you gain some value from this, please share it with somebody else so that they can learn as well. Also, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Be blessed.